Recorded in front of a live studio audience in Los Angeles, California.
Dude, check this out, man. Look at this.
Whoa, dude, check what I got.
What? Man, we're wrestling guys, and at the wrestling guy store,
You can be too.
The Wrestling Guy Store, located at 6085 State Street, Huntington Park, California, just 5 miles west of the Commerce Casino. Recorded in front of a live studio audience in Los Angeles, California.
Aren't you a little old for toys?
I'm not old. I'm a wrestling guy, and at the wrestling guy store, you can be too.
Are you buying this for your kid?
No, I'm buying it for me, because I'm a wrestling guy. And at the wrestling guy store, you can be too.
Aren't toys for kids?
I'm not a kid. I'm a wrestling guy. And at the wrestling guy store, you can be too. We are all wrestling guys. And at the wrestling guy store,
You can be too.
The Wrestling Guy Store, located at 6085 State Street, Huntington Park, California, just 5 miles west of the Commerce Casino.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Circle Debate Podcast, Part 2 of Episode 43. So if you saw the commercials, make sure that you shop at the Wrestling Guy Store, because I did. I got my Andre the Giant there. Oh, my God. And I have, oh, yeah, got the Macho. Oh, yeah. And then, woo, we got Charlotte Flair right there. So don't forget, mention the Circle Debate when you go purchase any merchandise at the Wrestling Guy Store. You get 10% off of your purchases, and just mention us, Circle of Debate, and you'll get that definitely. And also, don't forget this coming up tomorrow, the debut of Championship Wrestling from Memphis, the first TV tapings. I'm excited for Dustin. I'm excited for the whole roster of Championship Wrestling from Memphis making their debut. Memphis Wrestling is back, baby. Oh yeah, cannot wait. So make sure you guys tune in on their YouTube channel, noon Central. So make sure you subscribe. The descriptions are below the link. So make sure you want to tune in for that, because we're definitely are going to tune for that. Also, they're going to have a King Cobra tournament, and so I'm looking forward. Me too. I'm excited. So
Yeah.
keep an eye on it, because Championship Wrestling from Memphis is back, and I'm excited for this. Congratulations for for coming back, and we'll have a huge announcements coming up soon in regards to that. So stay tuned for that. A lot more details for that. All right, let's go ahead and move on, ladies and gentlemen, to pro wrestling news very briefly. So I was mentioning in part 1 that there was somebody that was surrounded and backstage in New Japan Strong Style as of late. We haven't seen this individual since February of last year, and this individual is none other than Marty Scurll. Marty Scurll has shown his face.
Whoop, whoop.
And since the last time we've seen him on television was in Ring of Honor. And because of the whole sexual allegations, him having sexual consent with a minor at 16 years old, but I guess it's legalized in the UK. I don't know. I'd rather just not even talk about that when it comes to that. Don't want to know about it, if it is legal or not. But yes, he did agree. He did say it did happen. And so now he's showing around. Now he's in New Japan Strong Style. So now it's like we might see him on TV pretty soon. So Matt Callis, are you happy of seeing Marty Scurll back?
It's if you were in Marty Scurll's shoes, the place to be is Japan, because Japan's not really in on the whole, cancel culture and all that. Like they have their own kind of internet fan culture, but over in Japan, they got their own thing going on. It's kind of the reason why people weren't, even though you're not allowed to boo, it's the whole reason why Will Ospreay also wasn't facing the same type of scrutiny over in New Japan. Mm-hmm. So that's, I'd say, New Japan's kind of the place to be. I mean, if I was Hulk Hogan, I'd go to New Japan. Like if I was him, and I wanted like audiences to like embrace me still, because like even the Dynamite Kid, they were still honoring him like in the last year of his life in New Japan, despite like everything with all the known stories of like Dynamite Kid being a bully. Like, you know, he was like half alive, and you know they put him on a computer video chat with Tiger Mask, and you know I thought that was pretty cool, but you know.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Mike, I mean, how do you feel about this? Even though we did speak about this way back in May, I believe so. We talked about it probably before that of last year about these allegations, speaking out movement. Now that Marty Scurll is now showing his face after a year hiatus, how do you feel about that? I mean, this happened in the UK first of all. Then it happened in the States. This happened over there. Eventually, he said it was
culture.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think it should matter here in the States. What do you think about that?
I'm not sure how old Marty Scurll is. Is he in his 30s already? Or
yeah, he was.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's best to stay out of trouble. When in doubt, just stay away. Right. Mm-hmm. Let this be the lesson. I feel more so than anything. I would say, because you know those who look for trouble find it in any form. You know. He did whatever it was that he did, and he's suffering kind of the consequence. I'm sure he would love to go to AEW. You know, he's friends with the Bucks, no? Isn't he? Yeah, he was in BTE and all that.
All of them.
Yeah. So I'm sure he would love to have been a part of that or be a part of that.
Yeah.
But you know, it just gotta stay out of trouble, guy, because you know. Now he's gonna have to go to Japan, which is I'm not saying like if it's any demotion or anything like that. It's great, but you know your pals are doing something big in the United States, and it sucks that you won't be, you know, immediately a part of that. So
yeah, definitely. So I mean, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him now back in New Japan, strong style here in the States, because he does live in Florida. So you never know. I mean, we might see him in AEW or more, maybe an Impact. I think they're gonna, you know, let this clear out a little bit more longer.
I mean, if I was Marty, I just moved to Japan straight up and eventually head for that heavyweight title.
Well, think about it. It's kind of like the same with Velveteen. Velveteen, where's he at? You know, we saw what happened. His allegations, texting boy, you know, sexual part, and what do you think he's on hiatus after his loss?
It's whatever Vince wants to do with them. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's better safe than sorry, and I think Scurll's playing it the right way, and like I'm with you that he should go back to Japan because you know Will Ospreay situation, but we'll see, man. We'll see. I think they're gonna let him ride out, and I think it's not gonna be brought upon him because what looked bad is that the girl said the story, and he said it was the same story. But he said it was consensual. So, I mean, but that, whatever. I mean, that's their culture, how Mike said. We're not hating, no pun intended, to our UK viewers. Not at all. It's, you know, we're talking about these two individuals, that's all. But I want to move forward with it. Now, let's go ahead and move on now. Remind you this weekend, we do have New Japan Castle Attack coming up. We do have coming up on Friday night, I believe so. Tonight, I believe so. Later on, it's going on Saturday, which is night one of Castle, the main event. We have Okada versus Evo. That's going to be a great match to see. And we did see, as of today, Hiromu vacating the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title because he's out with a torn pec, out for 6 to 12 months. So he had no choice. So he had Bushi to take over his place. And Bushi is going to take over his place. Also, to announce that we got the new junior tag team champions, they regained it back, which is obviously Kanemaru and Desperado got the belts back away from Ishimori and Phantasmo. So now it looks like on our second day 2 of Castle Attack, we will have Bushi in a 3-way versus 2 of the Bullet Club members, ELP and Ishimori. So, Mr. Steamboat, your thoughts about that?
I think the heels. The heel team is a pretty fun tag team. El Phantasmo, I kind of want to see him like eventually elevate because he's a very interesting guy. I like him on commentary. I like him in the ring. I like you know, he's got great showmanship.
Bless you.
He's putting pepper up my nose.
Gesundheit.
Like even El Phantasmo like even finds a way to put pepper, like sends it across the ocean up my nose. You know, see, that's that Bullet Club pepper up my nose. You know. But I mean, I hope this is a good weekend for the Bullet Club.
Oh yeah, and I mean,
Overall.
overall, I think what you're seeing here right now, you're seeing Chaos, you're seeing Bullet Club, you're seeing Suzuki Gun, a lot of these three factions, LIJ getting involved in these. And I love it. And yeah, I love it. And then obviously we do have night 2, which is the main event of night 2 of Castle Attack. Ibushi defending the IWGP IC title versus Tetsuya Naito. Naito was out with the knee injury, but looks like he's going to come back and now wrestle. So we're looking forward to that. Also, GOD defending their tag team titles at night 2 versus Yoshihashi and Hiroko Goto. So we're looking forward to seeing that. So stay tuned. We'll give our thoughts about it on episode 44. And also not forget as well, New Japan Beginning USA starts tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching this in the morning. So tonight, don't forget to tune in on NewJapanWorld.com. Jon Moxley defending the US IWGP US Championship versus Kenta. And then we're going to have other great, incredible matches. You're also going to have on those matches is you're going to have a 8-man tag team match. And man, it's so much wrestling this weekend coming up. So much. And now with the NXT, this is the most recruitment they ever done. They signed 18 individuals, and the majority of them are 10 are women. We already mentioned the women's last week, but the additional one was Taya Valkyrie. Now it's confirmed she is signed with WWE, with NXT. And obviously 8 other individuals we did mention: Christian Blake, Casanova, so many, and also the one person that had been, I believe we see this around social media. I can't pronounce his last name.
Is it Bow Wow?
No. Oh my God. I want to get into that since you want to talk about that. But what's the name of the guy that they compared him to Brock Lesnar? He's like supposed to be the next big thing. Paradu,
starts with a P. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta. You may have the looks, but you gotta sell me the ring, buddy. That's all I can say.
You got the looks, but you got the touch, and don't tell me wrong. I think you're all right. So you look like Brock Lesnar. That don't impress me much.
Do you feel the same way, Money Mike?
I must say that looks are not everything. It's what's on the inside that counts. Does he have the in-ring skills? Does he have the mind for the ring? You know, that's what counts, and it remains to be seen. Hype, sure, you know, we've seen hype so many different people, right? And they don't do anything with it, or that person does not, you know, deliver. All we can say at this point is we don't know. Does he look like Lesnar? Sure, baby Lesnar it is, but we don't know. Yeah. Nobody knows.
I'm with you. So go ahead, Matt Callis. Can he be your next client or what?
You got the looks, but do you got the touch? And don't get me wrong, I think you're all right.
And also,
so you look like Brock Lesnar. That don't impress me much. That's all I'm gonna say.
And also wanted to mention as well that Rick Steiner's son got signed too. So he also got signed as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing his career.
If he's anything like his uncle, hey, give me that fucking mic. Like first day on NXT, give me that fucking mic.
If he's as a mathematician as his uncle, we're in for a hell of a ride.
Right? 33 plus I don't know what I forgot, but now Jesus Christ.
So you've got a 2.5 and 4/10 chance of defeating me.
And also on the UK side, we did have William Regal's son debuting as well. So I gotta watch that.
Young lion.
Yes.
A young lion in the UK. So whoo man, he looks like his dad, like young version skinny. Hey, I want to see his
See,
in-ring skills, man.
The difference, though, here we are. I've never seen William Regal's son. Nothing, just a picture. And for whatever reason, I'm more excited to see him than Baby Brock.
Me too.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm
The
with you.
difference there.
He's not related to Brock. Now, William
I know.
Regal, that's a lineage, you know, because that's a style of like William Regal is said to be one of the best workers and have really, you know, just great in ring. So I'm pretty sure he's learned plenty from his dad, and also from that New Japan dojo.
Is his last name Regal as well?
You know what?
Matthews is the last name.
I think they probably use him. I don't think he uses that. But I'm looking forward to seeing. Oh my god, I cannot wait. You know, I'm looking forward. I'm with you 100% money, Mike. I'd rather see him than Baby Lesnar Jr. part. I don't want to know. Not sold by it. I'm sorry. We're not Vince over here. Like, oh damn, pal, I love Big Man. No, we're not.
He's gonna give him the name just because he looks like him, you know.
Yeah, of course, he's
Barry Lesnar.
He's gonna Barry Lesnar. So now let's get into Bow Wow. Now Bow Wow unfortunately was talking trash, talking shit. Started with Chris Bay. Chris Bay. You know, like all of it. You know, he made a joke out of it. Hey, how come Bow Wow's getting all these? These likes and these followers. If he's not even a wrestler yet, I don't know how it started. But if you want to comment below, let us know exactly how, clarify it for me. But all I know is that that Bow Wow just started talking trash about, obviously, this broke ass wrestler who is getting dark matches, can't even get TV
my
time.
old co-star from CSI Cyber.
So I was just like, okay, all right. I had nothing against Bow Wow to go ahead and go for pro wrestling. I'm with you. But do not, and I mean do not, get yourself involved with this, especially Chris Bay. He's not an indie wrestler. This guy he's the Impact. He's
world champion.
Yeah, I mean, this Chris Bay.
Rich Swann. Yeah,
that's Rich Swann.
Oh, sorry, Rich Swann. My bad.
Yeah, no, Chris Bay has been a former world champion, but I mean, not an Impact as of yet, but has been. But this guy has his credentials, he paid his dues. Do not, please, Bow Wow. Do not do this. You're hurting yourself. If you're asking for attention, this is the wrong way to do it, because you're gonna get buried once I'm hoping that Rikishi just lays you out and gives you you want to talk shit? Then give you that slap what Moxley gave to Nemus on fucking Dynamite.
Yeah, Chris Bay paid his dues, in the mood. Me and my girl's gonna shake the room.
Wow. And you don't want to get slapped by Matt Bloom.
DJ spinning, show my hands, let's get dirty. That's my jam. I need that. No.
Before Mike hits that angle slam.
Just a little Christina Aguilera for the circle of debate.
Goodness gracious.
But go ahead, Money Mike. Talk to us about that one.
This goes out to Bow Wow. Respect the business. Respect the sport. Especially if you're going to be participating in it in a level as you say that you want to be in. You say that you want to be against world champions. You have to prove yourself. Not just in Rikishi's ring, where you're being protected, not just at Monday Night Raw, but everywhere that you're going to be presented at in this sport. Because really, you see Bad Bunny and you're like, oh, well, I'm going to get a 24/7 title reign. No, I hope that doesn't happen. And I hope they do away with that title. I used to like it back in the day, but no. I think that title has just tarnished so many things. Just really, you haven't been relevant since Tokyo Drift. No, stop it. Here you're claiming that you're to be calling out world champions. No, absolutely not. Back of the line, Bow Wow.
To address my former co-star from CSI Cyber, when the production assistant pointed at your trailer, I really thought I was going to go to the bathroom in your trailer. That's really what I'm like. And then you answered the door. And basically what was on my mind next was, where's craft services and where can I get the free donuts? I didn't really think like, oh, wow, Bow Wow. I'm like, no, where are the free donuts at?
All right. So now the last thing of pro wrestling news, I'm mentioning these two individuals at the same time. Now, Samoa Joe was question about his in-ring return. Still hiatus, doesn't know yet. But he is desperate to come back. And the same goes for Paige. Paige is desperate because there was a Twitter comment that Daniel Bryan and Edge made. Retirement, huh? Looks like we're back. And they wish the same for Paige. Paige is crossing her fingers, hopefully so. And I do hope for both of them. And I hope for Paige especially too.
Paige will be a big comeback story. Just the fact that she had a movie made about her, you know?
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I wish her nothing to get better. And I'm hoping that one day she comes back. Why not? I think she deserves to have one more run at least. I mean, she's still young. It's plenty of potential. So I'm assuming you guys agree with that, right? I mean, is there anything?
Of course. I mean, Paige, I met her once, and she was nothing but nice to me, you know. And this was at her prime, and I really think that I believe that good things happen to good people. I don't know her personally like that, but I see that she could be a good person, and I really want her. And anyone who would want to do what they love once again, they deserve to do so. And it's very unfortunate what has happened. She's a lot of the years that she could have been in the ring were taken away from her. But if that chance, if there is a chance that exists for her to get back into the ring, she gotta take that. And I think back to this promo that The Miz did on Daniel Bryan a few years ago, talking smack, where he says, hey, you know, if you really want to wrestle, go wrestle at the bingo halls. Well, there's a bingo hall called All Elite Wrestling that, who knows, might give you a shot, you know? So who knows? There's more options now than ever. So hopefully, right?
Yeah, definitely agreed. Now let's move on with NXT. NXT, I can say it wasn't bad. Obviously, we did know that the rating war, AEW wins, but forget about that. It's not even about that. It's different pro wrestling. It's different wrestling, content, which we all love. We love professional wrestling. But overall, NXT was a great opening. Gargano, Dexter Lumis, loved it. It was a great matchup.
Gargano's faction looking so uniform.
It's the way, man. It gotta be the way.
It
has to be the way. He is Mr. Johnny Takeover. I mean, he proved it at Vengeance Day. We already talked about that, but man, another great match. This is what I love. I'm not mad that Gargano is the North American champion. What he's doing is putting that title to prestige and making it more noticeable. Having, like we discussed it with Mike and I in last week's episode, having that title to be more recognizable than other, no pun intended, that held it before, but be more like recognizable with the feuds of Kushida, Lumis, you got maybe Cameron Grimes. You might have. I love it. And this match, we are going to see a Dexter Lumis and Gargano, even though Lumis won, but we are going to see somehow in the later on future. But overall, I did like the match, even though the interruptions kind of messed up a little bit. But I don't know if you saw it, Money Mike. Did you see NXT by the opportunity?
I did not see the whole thing, but I am agreeing with every single word you just said. It's like you just took it. Are you sure you're not Professor X? Because
it's wrestling's PhD.
I agree. And the North American title, it can only grow in prestige, and that's exactly what's going on.
Definitely. And Mr. Matt Callis, excuse me. Did you see it?
Yeah, just like the part.
I was just waiting for you to do the.
No, I'm laughing. I'm laughing at something else. I'm not like, I know it's kind of in Dexter Lumis's character, but like the stroking of the head where he's just like, nice boy, go to sleep, Johnny Gargano, just sleep nicely, good boy.
I love it.
No, go to sleep in my lap. No, shh, go to sleep. He's just rubbing Johnny Gargano's head, just like.
I enjoyed it. I tell you that I
like the match. I love the match, and the hold was cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that storyline between them moving forward, and I think why not? I do see somehow, I don't know why, maybe I'm jumping the gun, but I rather see them as them facing each other individual singles. Maybe we might see Kushida get involved in this. I don't know, but we'll find out later on.
That'll be a fun triple threat.
Hell yeah, it would be. I think I would enjoy to see that. Heck, I would like to see Cameron Grimes involved in this.
Yeah.
You know, why not?
Fatal 4-way.
Yeah, fatal 4-way. That'll be awesome. You know, why the hell not? But by the looks
Fatal
of it,
4-way with more hay.
hey, as long as they don't have the hair of Michael Hayes.
Hey, ho, ho.
Hey, ho, ho. Ms. and Morrison.
We're back at it with the rhymes today.
See, there you go. Well, he's no longer, since he doesn't have his glasses, now he is Matthew Elias.
He lost his power.
He lost his power of that next level consciousness. So
Next level consciousness. That lost my power, but not at this hour.
But wait until you be sour. But yes, move on with that. Io Shirai versus Zoe Stark, Lacey and Ryan, formerly known. Now that, oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I'm going to give it, I loved it. I give it 5 beers. Why do I give it 5 beers? And I know people are going to be like, what? It wasn't even a pay. This is what I'm going to say why. Lacey Ryan just debuted a couple weeks ago in the Women's Dusting Classic Tournament. Yeah, she lost the first round. People that are not familiar with her, go back and watch United Wrestling Network. Go back and watch Championship Wrestling. It doesn't matter from Memphis or Hollywood. Watch it. This girl, this woman is an incredible athlete in the ring. And this match, that she had with Io Shirai proved it. It was incredible. And I love the fact the chemistry. And to be honest, Io put her as well over. But also, this was a test for her. And I think Paul Levesque made the right decision, which I say yes, when she signed her, Priscilla Kelly, and Ilana Black. And, you know, I'm not mentioning, Taya, because Taya, that's different, though. Taya, of course, who isn't happy about her. But I'm glad that Zoe Stark, Lacey Ryan, is getting her push. And this match, they're going to be the future. These women are going to be the future of NXT. We are going to see Io Shirai moving on, going to the main roster. We are going to see Toni Storm going over there. We already saw that Rhea Ripley's already there on, which we'll get into that in a little bit. So we are going to see Shotzi maybe go. I see Ember staying. We might, we don't know. There's so much, because there's just so much potential talent they just signed recently. And especially you just signed 10 different individual women. Look, I shout out, by the way, to Clark Street. Shout out to the League of Extraordinary podcast. Dirty Heels, Candace, both love you guys. Jonah, Rewind, Recap, Relive. Frank, Kyle, Jeremy, Jofo in the Ring. James, that 90s Wrestling Podcast. George Mackay from Straight. I could go on and on. I apologize, gentlemen. I'm not mentioning everyone. But a reason why I brought up Clark with, Hafiz and Devin, because they brought up a point about, okay, NXT women's. Yes, not saying that the NXT right now women's roster, they are the best ones as of right now. Don't sleep on Impact. Do not sleep on AEW, because they're going to be up there, and they're getting up there. So, but as of right now, the strongest division is NXT, and I cannot wait to see the future of these other new signees. And just this match proves that there is a future for NXT for sure. And I kudos to Paul Levesque for doing the right thing of signing these women and making the women out there. That's just how I feel about it. Steamboat, did you see that match?
I didn't catch that much of it though. Are you talking about
the Zoe Stark? Yeah, Io Shirai. Yeah.
No, I caught some of it. Yeah, it was very high energy.
Were you impressed?
Oh, definitely. Because hard to describe. Io Shirai's got a lot of ability, could bring out the best in people. And she's got remember it's somebody coming from that wrestling from Hollywood background.
Yeah. No, I agree, definitely, for sure. I may sound like a freaking broken record, but you got to look at the future. I'm glad that Paul
Not
Levesque
the
is
past.
not the past. Let it go. Let the past die. Then,
You're still holding on.
You're
Let
still
go.
holding on. Let go.
Let go.
Right? Star Wars reference.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, the future will lead the way. The women's division is absolutely stacked. The new signees are absolutely stacked, and it's a bright future. Absolutely.
Definitely. Now, just very briefly, I want to mention the NXT. The one thing I did laugh. I don't know if you guys. The Cameron Grimes, man, I'm loving this new Cameron Grimes character. It's funny though, the fact that he's trying to bust out a Ted DiBiase, segment. What he did to was it RBD? I forgot what he did to. No, RBD's licked his foot. Someone else bounces the basketball 10 times. Instead of $100, he put $1,000, and he's out there challenging people. I want you to bounce this ball 10 times, and if you bounce it 10 times, I'll give you $1,000 of my money. He lost all his fucking money until the last one. Here, bounce the ball. And he was like, sure, why not? And won. And then he ended up socking the guy in the face. No. Oh, my God. This is the best Cameron Grimes I've seen in entertainment-wise. I love it because in the beginning, I did love that his character. I'm not saying it wasn't the best, but I was fearing for him because Trevor Lee, I know about his, PWG. I know most of his credentials. I feared for his characterism. Like, oh, I'm hoping they build him right. This is something that I love. I think this is something that he's going to be your country style Ted DiBiase. And I love it. I fucking love it. So I don't know how you feel about it, Money Mike, but Cameron Grimes, I love it.
There's a saying in music, what's old is new again. Mm-hmm. And this is a great example of something like that. The whole $1 million thing, very entertaining back in the day. Cameron Grimes so far has been very entertaining with this. I'm glad. It's kind of the Acclaimed, right? The Acclaimed are doing the rapping thing. They were called the John Cena guys, but it's entertaining, and that's what matters. It absolutely works, and I look forward to seeing more of it.
Yeah, how do you feel about that, Matt Callis?
He's Cameron Grimes. It's like I always think about that top hat.
Which I'm surprised you don't own a hat. Wait.
I'm gonna get one pretty soon, and a bowler hat.
Hurry, please.
I've got many hats. But Cameron Grimes probably has like 3 basketballs and a new top hat that he has lying around. So he's got a lot of tricks in that top hat. Top hat Cameron Grimes. There you go.
And then we just see Shia Lee this versus Casey. I can't even pronounce his last name. Thank you. My apologies, but yes. Wow, I don't know if you guys saw that leg little thing. It looked like this girl's so flexible. Man, she could sell, but damn, that looked horrible. It looked like she did break her leg. Oh my God, right? Did it look like it for a minute?
Not only did it look like it, I heard, and we're only giving our opinion, folks. So Grandpa Seltzer can go suck it. Yeah, I heard that her leg is legitimately busted up, and it's a shame because she's a very talented athlete overall. We saw what she did at American Ninja Warrior, what she's done in the ring, who she's dating, right? Is just pure athleticism. So absolutely, she's an awesome there you go. She's awesome in the ring, and hopefully she's okay and is able to return soon.
Oh man, but are you loving this character though of Xia Li? Are you liking it so far? Or what are your thoughts about that?
Yes, but I'm patient. I feel I haven't seen enough of it so far. Yeah, I'll go with yes. I'm leaning towards yes. I'm liking it. Yeah.
Matt Callis.
I'm that guy in the wheelchair. Is like, it's like you disappoint me.
Okay.
But I like the character. She gets to I like the character because she gets to work with like a new palette of emotions. That's the kind of thing when you're a baby face most of the time, unless you're very creative with it, you don't really have a whole lot. It's like I'm gonna be the best. I'm gonna beat everybody. I fight for good. And like there's nothing else to go from there.
Yeah.
But when you got this guy in a wheelchair, it was like fuck you. It's like.
Oh my goodness, right? I'm just waiting for her to be like that. Whoever that woman is in the chair, which I think we all know who it is, but
It's my grandpa.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. It's your abuelo, huh? It's your grandpa.
It's Bill
Grandpa
Jackson.
Steamboat.
Yeah.
That's right. And then then the main event for NXT. Santos Escobar carrying Cross. Wow. I think. Okay. I really, my apologies for getting my shit first, but I want to just let it out because before I forget, because I'll forget. I'm not saying that they're copying AEW because remind you they're all copying each other anyway, so it doesn't matter. Everybody copies each other. But I like the fact that you're seeing two badass heels going at it, and this was a brawl. This was a fucking brawl for all thing we saw, and I enjoyed it very much dearly. It made none of them, even though the Santos lost, but this loss helped him. It elevated this loss. It elevated his career in NXT. I'm not saying his priors, but this match is going to elevate him more. And Karrion Kross did a great job, and both of them did selling each other's move sets, the chemistry, just the fundamentals, old school fashion brawl that you haven't seen in quite some time. Still mixing with the new mixture of it. I enjoyed it. This really makes Karrion Kross strong, and I'm hoping we will see Karrion Kross in the title picture again pretty soon. I think I said this in the last episode that even though I think Mike disagreed, I do remember that he disagreed of him having the cruiserweight belt, but I wouldn't mind him being the Thanos of NXT, holding all belts. But not right now. Later. I'm not saying that. Sure. Not right now. No.
He's got to lose 50 pounds.
Exactly. There's too much going on. But I love this main event. I enjoyed it. So the floor is yours, Mr. Money Mike Lopez.
Man, Cross, the man's a badass, man. That guy is awesome. He looks the part. He wrestles the part. He
is the part.
He is the part. He is the part. If it quacks like a duck and walks like a duck, it's a duck, right? So yeah, this guy is the total package. Not like Lex Luger, but you know what I'm saying? Like he's world champion material. He's the world champion that never lost his title. Okay, I did say, what's he doing with Santos Escobar? What's going on there? He's not a cruiserweight. What? But man, did that elevate Escobar? I have to say, it is just from the beginning promo of the show, which was highlighting how it led up to that match. I was hooked. I saw Santos Escobar in a different light, and absolutely, I think it was a win for him. And in that, maybe even the cruiserweight division, having somebody like that leading that division will elevate it too. I do think that Cross, and we're all asking for this, he has to go for the title WrestleMania weekend. Absolutely. There's I can't think of anybody else more deserving to get the title shot. So we'll see how this all continues, and we'll see what happens next.
All right, Matt.
Karrion Kross coming in back in the picture with the kung fu fighting, and the kicks, Everybody likes carrying cross fighting. He's got expert timing, and he's got to get NXT Gold Lightning.
Oh my!
I wonder what the people who listen to this are gonna think. Like, oh yeah, Matt's saying all these things while I'm at work.
All I can say is that this is over. It is over.
It is over.
We did say, archives again, ladies and gentlemen, we did say it was going to happen. If they were not going to go to the main roster, it's either they got to face each other, something's going to happen. Yes, shout out to you, Backstage Brawl, Eric, because I know you listened to us. I know that you're heartbreaking more after Adam Cole turned his back on Roger Strong. But Adam Cole tweeted, I am undisputed. Singularly by himself. He is the undisputed. So this is the end of the era of Undisputed Era. It is the end of an era.
Of that Undisputed Era.
Of that Undisputed Era. And my thoughts about it is we did have mentioned it prior before. This is it needs to happen this way. Why? Because if Paul Levesque is holding these 4 individuals for a reason not to go to the main roster, it's because he knows that a lot of bad things could happen. That if you go over there, Papa Vinny is proud, like, oh, I love it, but then he's gonna give him FTR's gimmick. That was oh my god, he'd probably give him FTR gimmick. If not, he'll let him go. That's what you'll do. So
the cat hat thing with the glow sticks and the lips.
I think this is the right decision. And the fact is that these 4 individuals, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and Adam Cole, are the face of NXT. I know people may disagree. If you do, comment right below and let me know. I'm not saying that Karrion Kross is not, or Finn Balor is not. I'm not saying, but you have to understand these four individuals were the most hated faction in NXT and became the most loved in NXT because of their heat they had with everyone. So now, why not have them face each other? I don't think it's bad. Come on, we had it with the Shield, and then you brought them back together. It's not like it's not going to happen anyways. Don't be surprised if it does. But yes, Money Mike, I'm looking at you. Take it over from here.
If given 2 options, circle debate. Who would you prefer handling the breakup of the Undisputed Era? Would you have Vince McMahon handle it or Paul Levesque handle it? Who would you pick? Right?
Comment below.
Yeah. I mean, me personally, I would go with Paul Levesque 10 out of 10 times, right? I'm glad that he's doing this instead of Vince. And I look forward to seeing them go against each other, right? It's you know, I'm sure there's Undisputed Era fans out there that want them to stay together forever, right? But that's not pro wrestling. Pro wrestling, they're gonna, you know, it's an ever-changing storyline. Groups are made and split up, but yeah, I mean, I feel that we are fortunate to see this in NXT.
Thank you. You put it very well said, sir. You put it very, very right, and I commend you because I really like how you said it. You're absolutely on point. I rather have Paul Levesque to end it at NXT instead of Papa Vinny and your best friend Bruce Lane to go ahead and end it in the main roster.
Bruce Lane?
Bruce Lane. But yeah.
Lois Lane and Bruce Wayne. You know?
So go ahead and take it away. That's right.
Insane.
In the membrane.
In the membrane. So I'll say it's a little bit of funny and a little bit of serious. So Roderick Strong, you know, for those who don't know, more recommended matches from us. Roderick Strong versus Kazuchika Okada in a baseball stadium in Ring of Honor. Highly recommend that match for those who haven't seen it. The atmosphere is amazing. I love outdoor, you know, events like that. But now if it, like, other than Bruce Lame, I was also saying like Vince McMahon and Bruce Lame together would be equally responsible for, like putting Undisputed Era into something like I think because it was such a success, and Vince didn't have enough to do with it. Like Vince would like really go out of his way to make it like goofy and ridiculous and just ruin it. He would turn it into this basically.
Oh my God! No. Can we not hope for that? And which I'm like I said, Mike and I would just said it right now that I'm glad that it happened in NXT because that shit would have happened right there. We had the stream, and I'm glad it did not.
For those who are only listening to this as audio, I put up the picture of the revival with the cat in the hat.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, also to our audio platform subscribers, our followers on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Jesus, I could go RSS. Whew, could go so much and on. But yes, thank you so much for listening in. All right, so now let's move on with that because that is now everybody been anticipating waiting for our thoughts about Elimination Chamber. We're not going to go into details like every match. We're not, because we're just going to give our afterthoughts about it. The only I would just say that we could discuss about two of them is basically, three. My apologies. It should be three matches that should be discussed here. Because one, we are crowned a new United States World Champion. Two, we got our answer for WrestleMania. And three, we got our new WWE World Champion. That's right. Oh, my God. That's right. He's wearing the ring. Oh, my God. So let's start off first. Before we move with the chambers, let's start off with the United States title very briefly. So Matt Riddle became the U.S. champion. Did not pin Bobby Lashley. Pin Morrison, though. Okay. By the way, Morrison, I'm pretty sure everybody has heard it in other prior podcasts. I'm not trying to get into details. So I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm not trying to get into details of it because we're in a short time. Try to move it as quickly as possible. But yes, Morrison won a fatal four-way that he was involved in the pre-show, and he got involved. Keith Lee was not involved due to a nagging injury he had, which is a bad luck for Keith Lee because this is twice already has been happening to him this year. 2021 has not been his year as of yet, but hopefully he gets his redemption later throughout the future because I'm a big Keith Lee fan, and I'm hoping he does get his redemption. Did not get his Royal Rumble participation. Did not get his U.S. title participation, so it is unfortunate. So we wish nothing for the best for Keith Lee to come back because I'm a big fan of his. And that's all I have to say about Keith Lee. But Matt Riddle winning the title. Money Mike, good or bad? What are your thoughts about that? That's
bro. Come on, Matt Riddle, former UFC fighter, it just come on. I actually am glad that it happened, but I honestly feel like it should have happened a little bit sooner. But that's just my thing.
Mm-hmm.
He pinned Morrison. Lashley goes on to do other things. He's fine. It all worked out just fine, right? And I know he's gonna have fun with this title reign. Vince McMahon is gonna have him do a lot of bruh stuff, man. Like, I don't know. I can't even do his imitation.
Bruh.
My girlfriend calls him El Chancludo. He's always coming out with his sandals. Yes, you do. Yes, yeah, you call him that.
Hey, I wonder if he's had a manicure. Yeah.
Of course he does. I'm pretty sure he... Bro,
got a pet. I got my petty, bro.
Of course. Shit. I think I need to get my petty, bro. Yeah, I know it sounds bad for a male, masculine like us. But
I disagree. You got to take care of yourself.
Thank you.
Take care of those toes.
Yes.
Clean those cuticles.
Take care spike your hair, right?
We're bringing it back.
Oh my God, you're bringing it back. Oh shit.
I'm gonna wear a puka shell necklace.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm losing my because the mic said.
Take care, spike your hair. Don't use Nair.
Shit.
There you go. And he did use Nair, by the way. Man, I digress. Yes, good choice to put it on Matt Riddle.
That's right. All right. Speaking of Riddle, that's your cousin right there, Mister.
Yeah,
Riddle?
another person from the Empire of Mats. You know, when they gave him the U.S. title, they didn't fiddle with Matt Riddle. They didn't.
No shizzle.
And, you know, he didn't eat Skittles, you know, when he got the U.S. title. Skittles with Matt Riddle. Unlike these outfits that are kind of like Skittles. You could taste the rainbow.
Yeah, that is true.
But you wanted to say something. I know you wanted to say something, Mike. But you're holding back. I know.
It's all good. It's all good. All fair.
Oh, I love this. That's why I love, man. That's why I love my family here, man. This is my family.
Yeah, I like Skittles.
All right. Now let's jump onto the SmackDown one. SmackDown Elimination Chamber one. This is the outcome of it. Daniel Bryan winning. Yes, everybody was rooting for Cesaro. I was too, because I wanted to see him to win. I did love his tweet that he put after. Very sad, but hey, you know what? Keep it strong. But this is the one thing I just disliked. The fact that you put right away Roman Reigns to the match right after. I was expecting that to happen later in the night. And I will give my conclusion right after this. But yes, we did see Roman coming out, Daniel barely getting up, got him in the yes lock, but then started beating the shit out of him, and then he won. Then I don't know where Edge. So now we have Edge pointing at the WrestleMania sign, choosing Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania. Now I'm going to ask you, Money Mike. I'm going back to you because you and I, we have a lot to debate about this one. Do you see this in night one? Do you see this in night two? Where do you see? And are you happy with this decision that Edge made? First of all, so give us your thoughts.
Two things. Elimination Chamber. I did not like so far, and I'm going somewhere with that.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like that they had Daniel Bryan and then lose to Roman Reigns. I was on the other side. I knew that they're gonna lift the chamber and out comes Roman Reigns and pins whoever it was. It did make sense that Daniel Bryan won. Okay. I'm fine with that. Would have wanted Cesaro? Yes, of course. But Daniel Bryan did make sense. Okay. Now, before Edge came out, all this and that, my thought was, hey, what are they going to do with this? Did they just squash Daniel Bryan for no reason here? Are they going to take this nowhere? But then I heard Fastlane is coming up. Is Daniel Bryan going to challenge Roman Reigns for the title in the meantime at Fastlane? Because if that doesn't happen, I think that it was a very bad decision for Daniel Bryan to go down in that way. That sucks. That's totally it's like it reminds me of early 2014, to be honest, where they were just showing him down. But that's my thoughts on that. Edge and Roman Reigns, I'm okay with it. I'm fine. It makes sense. I believe I've said it before that I'd rather that than McIntyre, right? Mm-hmm. Either way, I do believe Edge is going to lose. Roman Reigns is going to continue his momentum towards next year and The Rock, possibly. And yeah, so I feel like that's how that's going to play out.
Okay, I love that. Okay. Bold statement, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first.
You heard it
only bold statements.
That's right. That's why it's called Circle of Debates. So that's why I'm going to go with Mr. Don Steamboat. What do you feel about that?
I feel it's next level consciousness if you just close your eyes and imagine.
You have no rebuttal for that, do you?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you know that a lot of our families do not really watch WWE. He's one of them. He doesn't really watch it, but he'll give his 2 pointers because he has his knowledge. Of course, his PhD. How he said he has his PhD in professional wrestling.
PhD in professional wrestling.
That's right.
And in consciousness.
And next level.
Next level. That's part of that next level consciousness.
Well,
There you go.
hopefully one day you get able to join me for a next level consciousness. If you know what I mean.
That's what we're calling it. That's what we're calling that from now on. You know, my friend used to call, you know, fighting crime, you know, drinking smoothies, you know. That's what I was talking about. You know, used to call that fighting crime.
But I call this the next level of consciousness.
Next level consciousness and fighting crime.
Brought to you by Broken Skull IPA. El Segundo. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, I'll give my thoughts about that. I'm with you of Daniel Bryan. It was a squash. I was pissed as well. Shouldn't have been that way. I think the match should have been a little bit longer. I think the way how it ended was not the best thing for me to see on Daniel Bryan.
He should have been in the chamber. It's as simple as that.
Mm-hmm. I would say, yeah. Instead of removing somebody, I would add him. Fuck it, might as well add a 7th member. Have him be like a triple threat match. Why not? Or even a 4-way. I mean, fucking added Nakamura involved in that. Where was Nakamura? That's the one thing that I got upset is why is Nakamura is not in there? He should have been in there. Nakamura should have been involved in that chamber. And that's another thing that's getting me upset is that, look, SmackDown's roster has a lot of potential. Highly more than Raw. They have the wrestling talent, pro wrestling talent, that could go against Roman Reigns and make a story that needs to be told with Roman to put Roman over. Look, I'm not here to hate. I mean, we know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna hold no fucking. I'm here to hate on Roman because it took this long, and I'm telling Vince this. It took you this fucking long to make him a heel. He should have been a heel years ago. Not now. The reason why you're doing it now because you have no crowd, and you have the advantage. The advantage that you can switch Roman if there is a crowd. But I get. Oh my god! I can't wait till Mania. I'm gonna save those words for Mania. If the crowd starts cheering Roman because he's a heel, then that's where you're in like, goddamn, pal, what should I do? Should I turn him back a face? Go ahead and do it for my pleasure. Do it. But if you do that, there's going to be this again. But you should have kept him a heel with the crowd a long time ago. If you wanted him over, you should have, instead of pushing him towards us, like to love him, to like him, you should have fucking made him a heel. That's how I feel about Roman. Edge, I knew it was going to happen. Something told me it was going to happen because it does make more sense. I did want to see Balor and Edge. Why not? Something different, something fresh. Why the hell not? You know, something very intriguing that will get us as viewers to be like, let's look at this. For the first time, you're probably going to have NXT main eventing a WrestleMania. That would have been something intriguing, right?
And the great thing is you have 2 nights to do it.
Absolutely.
So pick a night. Have them headline night 1.
Yeah, agreed. Because to me, honestly, I'm not, I know people are going to give me heat for this. The Universal title to me doesn't mean shit to me. I'm sorry. Straight out. I think the WWE Championship means a lot more to me than the Universal. I get it, the fact that that's your world heavyweight. But Universal, come on. I would have kept it world heavyweight.
You need just one top title, for Christ's sake.
Well, yeah, but remind you, there's so much talent in this roster. It's difficult to have just one individual title.
I mean, one top title and then everything else is pretty much like the
It was
mid-card.
separate brand, yeah, separate brands. Like I said, for me, for me personally, for me, my opinion, for me, that Universal title is a secondary title, no matter what to me. WWE is always the first one. Roman can be that. He could go ahead and the reason why he has it is to build that for a reason, to build that title to be a prestige. I'm all for it. Go with it. I'm not hating on it, but it's the second title to me in my mind. People that disagree with me, comment right below. I don't care. That's debate with me about that. Because I would like to debate with you about that. So that's good for him and Edge choosing that. Yeah, and with you saying, Mike, that Edge will lose, I don't think so. I disagree. I think Edge will win. This is his time for him to and I'm gonna tell you why. Edge is gonna relinquish himself, but because me remind you, he never lost the world heavyweight title. He never lost it. He retired. He forcibly retired and relinquished his world heavyweight title, which is now known as the Universal title, which he is going to get back from Roman. If he gets it back from Roman, I don't see Edge holding it for a pretty amount of time. He'll lose it back to Roman probably. Like it's going to be a fucking trilogy or four pay-per-view month. Then he'll lose it to Roman and then go back home and be with his family. Or maybe shorter than that. You never know. I hate to say it that way about Edge's career because he did busted his ass to come back after 11 years right out of retirement. Hate to put it that way. People are Edge fans. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, but I mean this is Vince's baby girl. Roman Reigns is his baby girl. He don't have his John Cena anymore. Roman is his John Cena, so he needs to build around him. He loves the guy, so he's gonna have to lose at least at Mania. I think people are tired of seeing him win at Mania. How many times has Roman has main event of Manias and won? Except that he lost two of them. One because Seth Rollins cashed in, and the other one because we all knew that it was predictable that he was gonna beat Brock Lesnar, but they switched it around last minute. Lesnar ended up winning. Am I right or wrong about that?
Yeah, I agree, but I still want Edge to lose. I don't know. There's just something about this matchup that I wish you would have, like you say, I wish you would have gone with NXT. I think that would have been a more interesting matchup with Finn Balor. But this is a good consolation prize, I guess you could say. And I do feel that Edge does not need the win. He already won the Royal Rumble. I feel like he should be just fine with that.
Okay. It's just like you're repeating history yourself, like Nakamura and Asuka. They both won at Royal Rumble. They both lost at Mania. What's it with that? Like, come on, man. I'm tired of seeing that shit. I'm done with that. Like, put someone fucking over. Like, just, for God's sakes. I'm just tired of seeing that. What's the point of winning the Rumble? I mean, I get it. I get it. Yes, sometimes it should happen that way. Losing at Mania, fine. I'm not saying, but does it have to be all the fucking time? That's the one thing I could debate about. That can't be all the time. But let's move on because we're running out of time, and I apologize. So I want to go ahead and move on with the Raw Elimination Chamber. Good match. Overall, I thought AJ was going to win. AJ got me like, oh my God. Did not expect Randy Orton to be eliminated first, but I like the fact how it's been played off. Overall, I enjoyed it. People are mad that, of course, you're showing the ring, of course, that the Miz
next level consciousness.
And not next level consciousness, ladies and gentlemen.
Next level consciousness.
But I gotta give it to him. You know what? He made history, becoming the two-time I was gonna say shit. I lost my train of thought. I do apologize.
Oh, two-time.
He became again inaugural champion. Like he's won all the belts, Grand champion. Thank you.
Champion.
Thank you. Thank you. I was looking for that word. I apologize. That's what happens when you drink alcohol, ladies and gentlemen.
But yes,
It's getting a little better. It is Stone Cold beer.
Grand Slam champion. The guy deserves it. The guy's a workhorse, man. If I was to start a promotion, I would want someone like The Miz working for me. This guy's a company man. He always says yes. I got to meet him once. Cool dude. He was talking to everybody. Yes, he plays the heel mostly on TV, but this guy's a real cool dude. And yeah, we have the same name. Shout out to Mike's all over the world. World champion.
That's your mic right there.
Is my tocayo, as they say in Spanish.
Tocayo.
Yeah, tocayo, Mike. So tocayo means, for those English speakers, it means a person that has your same name. My name is Mike. His name is Mike. Anyway, but yeah. So congratulations to the Miz. Whether this is a 1 week reign or not, or leads to WrestleMania, who knows? Congratulations.
Definitely 100%. I'm not mad about it. Are you mad about it, Matt Callis? Are you mad about it?
There's nothing to be mad about. There's only, peanut butter and next level consciousness.
Okay. Now, the biggest question now is that we did see very shortly. Raw. After the aftermath, before he won the title, we did see Lashley coming in, destroyed Drew McIntyre. We did find out on Raw that I guess Miz ordered my favor, like, hey, let me beat this guy up for me, and then let me get the belt. I'll give you a shot. Now Miz is kind of waiting for it. Okay, hold on. Give me some time to think about it. We saw it on Raw. I'm not going to get too much in details of Raw. But by the looks of it, this is they didn't mention it's going to happen next Monday. The way how it looks of it, it's not going to happen. I feel that this is how I feel about this. Is that
I disagree, by the way.
All right. So I'm going to tell you, and I want you to see if you can disagree on this one.
Sure.
Okay. Bobby Lashley is not going to win next Monday. Well, this Monday coming up, he's not. It's by Fastlane. Fastlane should happen. Here's one thing that what I mentioned in part 1 earlier is that, like I said, they're catching on to not to us as podcasters or us as fans as marks, but mostly to Uncle Seltzer and his sidekick, whatever his name is, B.A. Whatever. But but they're catching on. The fact is, right now WWE, the problem with them is they have been so predictable that right now they just switch the knob and switch everything out of place, and it made it very difficult to try to predict this type of shit. But we're opinionators. We're gonna give our opinions automatically. So long story short,
Opinionators.
Thank you, gracias. I've been speaking all day. So yes, but yes, Lashley, Miz, Fastlane. Lashley wins. Lashley. Hold on.
You're missing one something here.
I'm okay. I'm missing Drew. Drew will be involved in this. I feel the way how this route's going, it's gonna be a triple threat at a Mania, and it's gonna be Miz, Lashley, and Drew. The biggest question is, we know for a fact that Drew is walking in as a challenger. He's not walking in as a champion. The question is, who will be walking in as a champion? Will it be Lashley or will it be The Miz? That's the question. No matter, you can't keep Miz out of this equation. The fact that you cannot short-term his reign as world champion in less than 2 months or less than a month. Now you have to get him involved. Now you're going to have a triple threat match. You're going to have to. Unless you want to make it a 4-way, add Sheamus to it. Makes no sense, my opinion. But
okay, Ivan.
Go ahead.
I have to interrupt.
Go ahead.
Okay. You're missing a big part of the puzzle here.
Okay, tell me.
And his name is Braun Strowman.
Ooh, I haven't heard
He had a match with Bobby Lashley this past Monday night, and guess what happened after the match? Bobby Lashley attacked him. He had him in the master lock, right? I'm pretty sure Braun Strowman is not going to let that slide, especially next week, and he's going to find some way to get himself involved in that title picture. So, while I do agree that Miz is going to walk away with the title on Monday, I do feel that the match at Fastlane will be a triple threat match with Braun Strowman, with Bobby Lashley, and The Miz.
Okay.
Now, I don't know what's going on between Braun and Shane McMahon, but I feel that's going to come into play at Fastlane during that match.
Mania.
Leading into WrestleMania,
Mania.
right? They're going to go off on that.
Yeah.
Strowman and McMahon.
Mm-hmm.
Lashley, McIntyre, and Miz, I do agree that there will be a triple threat match there. So that's my guess. That's what I think is going to happen.
I think so too, because the fact is that this is what's going on. It's just, and agree, both of you guys agree, disagree. I know I'm trying to make this. Okay. So, like I said, they became too predictable, and that's where they had to switch everything right in play. And they did it at the right time. And remind you that we are in, coming up March, next month, we are in 31 days. You have a whole month to figure out shit. And they're able to have the opportunity to have to switch it. Every storylines, every plots, everything. So WWE knows exactly what you're doing. And they're having us as fans to get involved, to be tuning in, to be like, hey, let me see what's going on, or to read upon it. So they're doing the right job. I'm not hating on them. They're doing the right thing. But yes, I agree with you, Mike. I do see Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon at Mania for a fact. I do see Braun Strowman involved in that triple threat match at Fastlane with The Miz and Bobby Lashley. I don't disagree with that. I see Drew and Sheamus at Fastlane. That's what I see. Whoever gets a shot at, wins that, gets a shot at the title at Mania. That could be the case. I do see that happen. So, you know what? For me, we could throw so much and we could stay here longer to do it, but rather not. But I'd rather be like a fan, sit down, don't read spoilers,
enjoy the ride.
And enjoy the ride, just like AEW does.
You just strap yourself in, you feel the G's. Max power. Simpsons.
Oh my God. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in here for episode 43. Part 2. We appreciate you very much. We also want to go ahead and thank our sponsors. We want to go ahead and thank, obviously, the Wrestling Guy Store. David, don't forget to go ahead and shop at the Wrestling Guy Store. The description, the address, website down below. And also don't not forget to subscribe to our channel right at the end of this video as well. And don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms as well. Twitter, IG, Facebook group. Which these individuals and myself, they will go ahead and actually speak with you. And don't forget that we have this Sunday our top 5 picks for week 43. We do have top 5 worst gimmicks, so make sure you tune in for that on Sunday. And also that Monday we also gonna have the Neon Phenomenon. That is Anthony Idol coming in this Monday, and we have him. Matt and I have an exclusive interview with him, and it was Neon Phenomenal, man. Interview. Neon Phenomenal.
Awesome.
I agree. It was. But yes,
You're going to find out things about him you didn't think you would find out.
Wow.
It was very intrigued. Very intrigued. A great story. I think I could say that Matt and I will probably, Matt will not disagree with me on this, but this interview that we had by far has been an incredible journey of his career. And this needs to be heard, and this needs to be watched, because it shocked me and it shocked Matt, and I'm hoping you guys will love it. But yes,
it shocked the world, like our new broadcast partner, the Shock Master.
Too bad he's not here.
Ladies and gentlemen.
But yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. This is the host of TV's One IBC, and this is obviously the King of Sting, the Master Disaster, the Man with the Plan, the one with the Miz ring, Mike Lopez, and also we have the Calluses of all Calluses. He's the Dons of Dons. Doesn't have his glasses today, but
well, without glasses, it's more than that.
I'm sorry, man, but without the glasses, it's not next level.
Without the anthill.
Consciousness.
it's not next level of consciousness, okay? It's not. Remind you that we are PhDs of professional wrestling here. Remind you that, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's see if we could do a whole podcast with these voices and just freak Chris out.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to hold this for so long if I keep doing that.
Well, you don't have to hold it. You just have to make your voice
simply
sound
because
like this.
that's simply because
Well, of course.
you make podcasts, but we make history.
And there you go. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We make history here at Circle Debate.
You make podcast. We make history.
Thank you for tuning in.